To my astonishment, I discovered that some people didn't know what FAFO means. And so I thought I will give you a little example of what FAFO actually means, and then a couple of examples of FAFO in action. I'm Granniopteryx. Okay, so for the elucidation of some of you, this is the best lecture on FAFO that I ever saw, so I'll play that. Unfortunately, I can't see where it originates from. This was in a compilation site called Around the Web, but all you've got to do is type in the find out chart and you'll find this particular video.
Talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Right, so now your education is complete. And now I want to show you a few people who have actually experienced the effects of this thesis. Okay, so here let's start with this woman called Donna Abu Kubar. That's it. And she is talking, this is shortly after the October the 7th atrocities, and this is what she had to say during a demonstration.
This is the first time that something like this happens in modern day history. For 16 years, Gaza has been under blockade, and this is truly a once in a lifetime experience, and we are both in fear, but also we are full of pride. We're really full of joy of what has happened.
Now, I want to tell you that if my people had been involved in that sort of an atrocity, I would not be full of pride. You can make arguments for resistance or revolution or whatever, but you can't make arguments for putting babies in ovens and for raping women so brutally and systematically that their pelvises get broken. Yeah, and the fact that she's full of pride is what I find the objectionable thing. And no doubt Manchester University had a similar idea. Manchester University investigates student leader over Hamas comments. Hamas, which is actually a terrorist organization. It's recognized as a terrorist organization. The media and diversity representative of Law Department Society reportedly felt joy at Hamas attacks. So this is a subsequent video that she made.
I'm Donna Abu Qamar, a Palestinian law student at the University of Manchester, and the Home Office decided to cancel my student visa after I spoke up at a pro-Palestine protest. I came here...
I just want to point something out. It wasn't that she spoke up at a pro-Palestine thing. She spoke up in praise of Hamas. That was what she's been caught out doing. There is absolutely no... self-analysis here at all, and you'll see that in the other one I'm going to show you after this. But anyway, let's see what she says so far.
And as a resident, I thought that I would receive equal rights here in the UK in terms of my human rights to freely express myself and stand in solidarity with those who are oppressed.
Now, you are not supposed to praise a terrorist organisation. Look, this is to do with hate speech laws. Now, I have a lot of issues with hate speech laws. I want them abolished. But at the moment, these sorts of guys who are happy enough to apply hate speech laws to people criticising them get very surprised when they find those same laws being applied to them. Right, let's go on.
In Gaza and beyond.
Hang on. There's something else. Have you noticed the people who are for Hamas, they refer to Gaza. The people who are not that happy about what Hamas has done, they talk about Gaza. That's one way you can always identify who's on which side. Right, I'll go back a little bit because I interrupted her.
But it came to me as a shocking realization that no, there is systemic discrimination here in the UK.
No. There is a law which is being applied. Unfortunately, not often enough, but it is in her case. And she found that a surprise.
And this country that takes pride in itself for being a beacon of human rights towards ethnic minorities and towards people of color like myself. So
that is a complete load of nonsense. There are plenty of ethnic minorities that appear regularly on television slagging off this country, but they are British citizens, and there's not much we can do about that. But when you are a foreign citizen and are just here on a student visa, you are not in the same category. Yeah, it's a bit awkward when you FAFO, isn't it?
Last 7 months were very difficult for me and my family, but also the fact that I am going through this very difficult experience.
This very difficult experience of having expressed joy in a horrible atrocity, and then discovering that you're on a student visa and you're not a citizen of this country and we don't want you.
Where my voice is being suppressed and I'm being censored for...
Doesn't sound like it, does it?
Simply standing in solidarity with my people who are being genocided currently.
And genocide, that's, genocided, that isn't a word. However, the people in Gaza are not being mass murdered. That is for sure. I know, I keep saying, awful situation, take no joy in it. But this isn't an attempt to destroy every living person in that area.
No, I did not expect the Home Office to take such an egregious decision.
Yeah, that's because the Home Office is generally not taking the sort of egregious decisions that have been applied to her. And there should be more of them.
In revoking my student visa based on my public statements that simply express my support and solidarity with the Palestinians in Gaza breaking through the siege.
No, they weren't breaking through the siege. They were murdering, raping, kidnapping, and doing the sort of atrocities I don't really want to talk about.
My words were taken out of context.
Oh no, they were not. But this is typical cry-bully behaviour, isn't it?
They were framed as me supporting harm to innocent civilians, which is completely false and completely untrue.
Well, it did sound that way to me, and I watched that video a couple of times. Should I do that again? Hang on a minute.
So, they are full of pride. This is the first time that something like this happens in modern day history for 16 years.
It certainly was the first time. If you take pride in that sort of a first, then you have no soul.
Gaza has been under blockade, and for the first time they are actively resisting. They are not on the defense.
That's not resisting. That's murder, rape, and looting. That's not resistance.
And this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We are both in fear.
A once-in-a-lifetime experience, and the smile. Filled with, look at that, filled with triumphal joy.
But also, we are full of pride. True. I think it's an outrageous claim that the Home Office is making by deeming me a national security threat. I'm a 19-year-old who has done nothing but go to school and advocate for social justice and try.
I don't call advocating for rape, murder, kidnapping and looting social justice. Maybe that's just me.
And be an asset to my community. So
she's no asset to this country.
It's trying to make an example for other people and deter them from speaking up against this. In choosing to appeal against the Home Office's egregious decision to cancel my student visa on national security grounds for simply speaking up on Palestine, I am not only...
You see, she's saying again, simply speaking up on Palestine. If she said, I support Palestine, well, yeah, I probably disagree with her, but I couldn't see anything wrong with that. But when she says looting, rape, robbery and kidnapping are fill me with pride, fill us all with pride, then yeah, that's not speaking up for Palestine anymore. That's speaking up for barbarity. This is somebody completely without any self-awareness. I think that's enough of that. Let's just go on to Marieha Hussein, okay? This is what Marieha Hussein has to say.
My name is Marieha Hussein, and on the 11th of November, I participated in a pro-Palestine demonstration in London. I had a placard with me depicting Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman as coconuts. A far-right pro-Zionist Twitter page uploaded my picture.
Hang on, I'm going to go back to that. First of all, notice how she's taken pictures of Sunak and Braverman of the non-flattering variety. I consider that very dishonest. So this is the picture of Ms. Hussein at that thing, the demo, and here she is, all happy with this cartoon which she's holding up, which is a racist cartoon. No doubt about it. She has no self-awareness about that. Because you see, the Pakistani community, okay, much of the Pakistani community in this country are very happy to call racist when it suits them, when they are being attacked. But when they attack somebody else, yeah, he's a Hindu and Braverman, I believe, is a Sikh. Yeah, they can do that. And they can call them coconuts. And no, that's not racist at all. That's just my opinion. Again, it's this hate speech law. I wish there was not a hate speech law. But being as there is one, she shouldn't be surprised. She is from that sort of people who have been shouting for the institution of this hate speech law. And now he gets annoyed when her fingers get trapped in the door on that one. So let's carry on.
Coconut, a far-right pro-Zionist Twitter page.
A far-right pro-Zionist Twitter page. I mean, these are words, you're just throwing them at people, aren't you? Far-right, pro-Zionist, you're just throwing them out.
Pro-Zionist Twitter page uploaded my picture, and within 6 minutes it was commented on by the Metropolitan Police, saying that they were looking...
The police are supposed to act on instances of racism, which is what this was.
I have lost my job. I have been subjected to an abusive police interview.
She is a teacher. She is a teacher. Marieha Hussein, a British teacher of Pakistani origin, lost her job after she was photographed at a march with a poster depicting Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and former Home Secretary Suella Braverman, both of Indian descent, as coconuts beneath palm trees. She got caught by the hate speech law, which she would have been out there demonstrating for, if there had been demonstrations for them. Let's carry on.
I've been harassed by the police in the middle of the night. I've had
No. The police came, they always do this, because you committed hate speech. Again, there shouldn't be a hate speech law, but there is. And this time, the person from a group that called for the hate speech law has got trapped by it, and suddenly, no self-awareness, no idea that maybe hate speech can be interpreted in many ways. No, she's surprised. And of course doesn't think she's done anything
I've
wrong.
had to leave my children behind. I've had to pull my son out of school for a short period of time.
Okay, pulled her son out of school then for a short period of time. So I don't know why, but he's back in school now. Not like that teacher who a bunch of her co-religionists have forced out of the teaching profession because he was talking about a cartoon of Muhammad in a free speech lesson.
Out of school for a short period of time. I'm currently 4, almost 5 months pregnant, and I'm still in limbo on whether I will be charged or whether this case will be dropped. 6 months down the line, we have over 40,000 people killed in Gaza.
And that's not true now. We know that's not true. Even the UN, which is not the most reliable of statisticians, considering they take things. They take their figures from Hamas. They have revised the figures as well, as has Hamas, by the way.
And the focus is on my placard and criminalising
Yeah,
people.
because you are a British citizen and you are committing a crime that has been devised by under pressure from your co-religionists. F.A.F.O, I suppose.
I asked the CPS to drop the case against me. There is no hate crime being committed.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You can't walk around with this sort of thing and say you're not being racist. Now, if there were no hate crime, hate speech laws, then I'd say, yeah, you're a disgusting human being. But there's nothing I can do about it. But unfortunately, there are hate speech laws. And so I can say you are a disgusting human being. And unfortunately, there is something that can be done about this. And you're surprised. And you don't even think that this is offensive.
Palestinians need us more now than ever. They need our voices.
They certainly need help. They need people like you to tell Hamas to put their guns down and bugger off out of Gaza. And I say Gaza, not Gaza. I say Gaza when I'm talking Arabic. That's a different thing altogether. Here in this country, it's bloody Gaza. You should be a little more self-aware. All right, well, that's my FAFO lesson for today. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.